Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Nick, this is my mom Jen,
Hi, guys.
and finally we have arrived at part 10, the finale of the Pacific.
The end of the war on this side. Well, yeah, the
Well, end of the war in general.
end of the war in general, but in Europe they had already surrendered
Yeah, like a
months
month or
ahead of
so
the
earlier.
Japanese, right?
Yeah. And it's interesting with this show. Just I was sort of thinking last episode that like with Band of Brothers, I mean like both sides, like the war is horrible all around, but like with Band of Brothers, the emphasis was on say like the whole say like unit.
Yeah,
There was
Easy Company.
Easy
Yeah,
Company,
yeah.
and then there were like each episode had kind of a major POV character, and we
Hmm.
sort of explored all of these guys' lives. It was about them and
Yeah,
kind of like not they happen to be, but like they happen to be here, and then we're sort of following them.
yeah.
With this one, it's a bit different because there's only been like two or three kind of people that we've been following their story,
True.
and it's a
Yeah.
little bit more, I think, on just like the war in general, the nature of war, the horrors of it all. Because like
Hmm.
rather than say like following this person or this person or this person, it's just like
Hmm.
one guy through it all.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a bigger scope that way.
Hmm.
Just kind of sort of something I thought about last
A
episode, but
different view. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
because
True.
there's like been like consistently there's just been say like two guys throughout the whole war that we've been following.
Hmm.
So it's just kind of different that way. But
Yeah.
yeah, so we
Well, hopefully we get to see who gets to go home and
because I mean yeah, the first atomic bombing happened. They just mentioned it in passing last
right.
episode. So it's
Hmm.
Japan's gonna surrender, very soon. I think, and it might maybe like Band of Brothers. It's like the war's over. We'll just sort of explore like immediately what happens, and then like
Hmm.
when people go home and
Right.
whatnot, like
Yeah.
see what they do afterwards and
Yeah.
whatnot. See kind of them, back home with their families, and
Hmm.
maybe we'll
Those
sort
that
of
make it, because man, so many didn't.
oh, absolute just yeah, bloodbath. And yeah, just like I mentioned the other day, it's like it's important that we sort of keep these
Oh,
stories
of
in mind, and we
course.
just let people keep telling future generations, what the cost of, like, say, freedom and peace.
Yeah,
It's paid for with the blood of heroes type thing.
yeah.
So it's just the best thing we can do for these men is just to honor them and keep telling
Hmm.
their stories and
That's right.
make
Yeah,
sure their sacrifices weren't for nothing.
yeah. That's right.
But yeah, part 10. We're gonna see what happens here.
Mhm.
And we heard it, and they flooded the streets, and they were hollering and dancing and carrying on, and we were right there with them, and it was the happiest day. It was the happiest day.
VJ Day.
By the time you come out, you're not like you were when you went in.
Oh God, no.
You've aged a whole lot.
You were actually back in the States, and you just kept thinking that you were going to wake up and find it was all a dream.
Oh,
My bedroom was next to my parents' bedroom, and I can remember many a night my father screaming,
Oh,
oh,
having a nightmare, and then I would hear my mother's voice trying to calm him down, trying to wake him up to calm him down.
He had a very strong will, so he tried to overcome what was bothering him. But
you can't.
it lasted his entire life.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, shout out to all the families and loved ones who,
Yes. Have to deal with the fallout when these guys get home, if they did get home.
and who helped them sort of
Yeah,
move on because
that's right.
most couldn't without their wives, their
Yeah,
children, their
yeah.
parents, and
could take no hold upon him. This way and that did he turn, as he thought of all they had done together, and all they...
hey, buddy,
Yeah.
come to
The
know.
war's over.
President, on the radio! The war's over!
Wow. And like he was saying at the beginning, you doubt it's real
Yeah.
after so long.
Little victory party. Can't believe it's over, huh? Sort of, what do you do now?
It's a good damn question.
What do we do now? What an idiot. Well,
People have been asking that, since the dawn of civilization.
How do you go home and be normal, or try to be normal, right? Live a normal life.
Well, it's like at the end of Lord of the Rings when Frodo's saying, there is no going home.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, Leckie, hey?
Yeah,
Who was he writing letters to? Was it Vera?
Vera,
Yeah.
yeah.
There, you can keep the change.
I ain't touching that. Might
Oh.
have jumped into Normandy, but at least I got some liberties in London and Paris. You gyrenes, You got nothing but jungle rot and malaria.
Yeah.
Welcome home.
Nice gesture, man.
Yeah. Should never have to pay for a drink in his life.
That's right.
After all that.
Yeah.
Just giving us some warning, a phone call or a telegram or something.
What?
Glad to have you back, maybe?
Well, we'll get this stuff out of here first
I
thing.
don't know where we're going to put it all.
Well, half this junk we can throw away.
It's not what you said when we lugged it all up here.
Are those his parents?
Yeah. Remember he said he was like the youngest of like 8 or 9 siblings, and
Did he lose siblings?
I think he said he had one brother who died young, but
Oh, okay.
not sure.
Not in the war.
I think like the oldest was too old or something, and
First, I gotta get Florence home. Wait, Florence from Melbourne?
You shipping her all the way over here. This the first we hear about
Come on, Snaff. I was milking Alma. Figured it'd be bad luck to talk about it then. Well, when's she coming? I don't know. I cabled her, but we've been at sea. I guess I'm gonna find out soon enough whether I'm getting married or not.
Is that the girl he was with?
no, that was Eugene's friend. But I imagine a lot of guys had.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Lena.
Oh, she's going to see his family?
Did they know he got married? I would hope so.
Yeah.
Mrs. Basilone, I'm Lena.
I recognize you from the photos Johnny sent.
Do you need anything?
No, I'm not here for...
John's insurance money is gonna help you out, right, Lena?
Actually, he never signed the papers.
Never signed? That's $10,000.
It's okay. I'm all right.
You sure about that coffee? Maybe something stiffer.
No, I came by because...
His medal.
Oh, I read about this. She gave it to the family. He was just one, right? There were so many that didn't come back.
No sign of Florence.
Melbourne's a hell of a long way, Bergie. It'll take Florence a while to get from Australia to here.
Is that Vera?
No, not sure.
You are spying on Vera Keller.
Yeah.
My God.
Ma.
She never gave you the time of day.
To the Delta Blues to the French Quarter. Watch your wallet.
New Orleans.
This is New Orleans.
Aww.
Finally sleeping.
Yeah.
I have to say goodbye.
Yeah.
No. it's not.
Hopefully he'll call or write or.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, he's going to see Vera in his dress
Hello.
quiz. Yeah.
I cut a fine figure in that.
Yeah.
And who shall I say is calling?
Robert Leckie, Mrs. Keller. I've
Your neighbor.
lived across the street from you for the last 20 years.
Of course.
She didn't recognize him? Who should I say is calling?
What is it with the mothers on the street?
He's checking to see if his mom's looking out the window there.
Yeah.
You're back.
I was afraid you wouldn't remember me either.
Oh, I remember you. Last time I saw you was in church right before you shipped out.
So,
You look well.
The letters? She never got any of the letters?
Well, she said last time I saw you.
Oh.
You want to take me out?
Yes, I do.
I have a date tonight. When the doorbell rang, I thought you were him.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, crap.
Robert Leckie.
Charles Dunworthy. Bureau.
Okay.
Army, huh, Charlie? Where'd you serve?
I just graduated from West Point.
Oh.
Congratulations. Too bad you missed the whole show.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow night. What's going on here?
I just asked Vera if she'd like to have dinner.
Nice try. She's not interested.
Well, let her speak.
Yeah.
I know this is the 40s, but come on.
Actually, I don't have any plans for tomorrow night.
Good girl.
Oh, is that right? Really? Obviously, I've been wasting a lot of gasoline. Good night, Vera.
Get lost, West Point.
Looks like I am free for dinner tonight.
Worked out pretty nicely, actually.
3 years ago, in a miserable part of the Pacific, I was laying in the mud dreaming about a moment like this with you.
You get right to it, don't you?
Got no time to waste now. I've been through all that crap.
Yep.
I think I don't know how to do this.
Bob, you're doing fine. This is fine. It's a start.
A big smile. Eh?
She does, yeah.
You know, I wrote you a lot of letters while I was over there.
Well, maybe they didn't mail them.
I didn't get any.
Oh.
I never sent them.
Oh.
Oh.
I didn't think I was gonna make it, so it didn't matter if I sent them or not. Best stuff I ever wrote.
Oh, yeah, because he was a writer anyway, because he worked at the paper.
Yeah. And writing those letters kind of helped give him some focus.
Of course, yeah.
Hey.
You gonna take this from me or what?
Good to see you. Well, they both made it.
Yeah. By the grace of God, eh? Because been a while.
Yeah. Whole lifetime. Well, better announce yourself, otherwise your mother's gonna have a heart attack.
Oh.
Yeah, because he was in the First World War, so he
knows. Yeah.
Knows what he's going through.
I don't believe I will ever put on a uniform again. I mean, what the hell are we doing here? And why? Why did I end up back here when all those other fellas didn't?
Yeah. Survivor's guilt.
Yeah, he's got to find his way again.
Yeah.
We just won the war. And now they're holding us hostage.
We didn't fight for a bunch of greedy strikers.
What did we fight for?
I mean, I thought it was to beat the Japs and Nazis.
I'm just saying.
There's reason people strike, dude.
Yeah.
Not too bad we didn't lose the war, then the Japs would have all these problems.
Very funny.
Look, Bob, we all appreciate the sacrifice you made on our account.
You know what I fought for? Television.
He'll be okay.
Yeah. Yep, he just needs to find his own place, because his parents kind of suck.
He'll be like, I don't want to shoot anything anymore.
I was just going to say,
Yeah.
he doesn't want to touch a uniform again. He sure
I
as hell
thought we'd
won't touch a
start at what's
gun.
left that old fence down by the creek.
Or maybe just do chores, and that's for like any wild animals. Or,
Oh, okay.
like anything
Maybe.
might hurt you.
Been looking forward to this morning for a long time. Just the two of us and a grand morning.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Yeah.
Eugene?
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No.
I can't.
It's all right. You don't have to apologize to me, Eugene.
Honestly, Eugene, you look like a gangster with those glasses on. Your brother's coming for supper this evening. Evidently, he's been named some kind of supervisor at the bank.
Better get our money out of that bank.
I'm sure Edward could arrange a starting position for you at the bank.
I'm never gonna work in a bank, Mother.
You need to make a plan for the future.
My plan is to do nothing for a while.
He's earned it.
Yeah.
Leave him alone, Mary Frank.
The boy is idle, Edward.
He's not a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Frank, you have no idea
Yeah.
what men like him have been through.
And like we know she means well.
Of
It's just
course, but she they don't understand, and that's probably was a huge thing for them when they came back. People didn't understand, right?
mm-hmm.
Just get back to it. What's going on? What's the problem?
And especially just in those days when it's like, oh, like, you're a man, you're supposed to go to work and
Yeah,
provide and,
exactly.
all this stuff.
Yeah. And hopefully you slowly find your way to figure out how to live, have some happiness in your life and not be haunted all the time by the.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
There's the real guy.
PhD. Damn.
Holy cow, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he wrote notes all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did he marry Vera?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there he is. Wow.
Whoa.
I think he was the one I told you I was reading about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots.
Oh, also
Same
2001.
Year. Wow. Wow, they looked alike, eh?
Yeah.
Good casting there. Yeah.
Aw.
Wow, no, she didn't marry again, and yeah, there she is. Yeah, it was on her birthday.
Ah, son of a bitch. Oh, yeah. What did he get up to?
Before the war ended, hey, he got home. His childhood friend, his old cars.
Oh, wow.
There's a good legacy. Lots of
Damn.
kids and grandkids and
Great grandkids.
oh, Bill.
Hoosier. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Steam fitter. So back to regular jobs, hey?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's good.
82.
Wow.
Oh.
Snafu. What happened to him?
Oh.
Huh.
Oh.
Oh.
Professional golfer. Wow.
Damn. Oh, 2008.
Yeah, because they had to be like 20-ish in the 40s, right? So what?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Colonel.
Yeah.
Wow. Through Korea.
Wow.
Wow.
71. He would have been older though in the war.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, Stephen Chuck.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just a kid.
Yeah. I think he's the other one that wrote a book.
Race cars.
Wow.
Oh, that was him.
He lives in Stockton. Oh.
As of like
this
2010 when this show came out.
Oh,
Florence!
Dude, right on.
Good for him.
So she came to the States.
Oh, that was him.
That's him. Aw.
Oh, Sid.
That's Eugene's friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That married the girl at the end there? Is
Yep.
that the one? Oh.
Good for him.
Yeah. Wonder if he's inspired by Eugene's dad, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, that was him.
Ah.
Oh, best friends.
That's good. Wow. Oh, so that was the Pacific.
Yeah. Again, so well done, but wow.
Yeah, just as awe-inspiring and heartwarming and with the ending, and
Yeah, yeah.
just so cool seeing the actual guys and finding out kind of what they got up to. And
Well, that Eugene sort of not became something, but that he was able to pull out, obviously, and
yeah, not move on, but like, just have a
but
new
learn to
direction.
live with
And
it. I think that's what you have to do, right? You can't just come back like the one said about her dad having nightmares, and the wife said, they're stubborn, and I know Grandpa was like that too, right? They just think you can just push through, you just get on with it, and that's the way you're supposed to do it.
well,
And
like
you
I say,
can't.
just
Like how
opinions of say like soldiers and almost like manhood. It's like seeking help was seen as sort of like a weakness because, like I
Oh
say,
yeah,
the image that was
yeah.
driven into generations of people was that the man is the one who say provides for his family. He stands up, he does whatever, and he's not meant to be say like weak or vulnerable.
Well,
And
and the thing too back then, even war or no war, was that mental illnesses were, and you'd come back from there mentally ill, like damaged, but you have nothing showing. So get on with it, right? Well,
yeah, Patrick Stewart has talked about that a lot because he's actually a huge proponent for victims of domestic abuse. Because when he was a kid, I think his dad was in World War II, and back then they just referred to it as shell shock.
Yeah.
And his dad got very abusive with his mom and such.
A lot of them, because they couldn't cope without drugs or alcohol, or plus they came back mentally damaged, right?
Yeah, and he said, and then like say like when I've seen a few videos of him say at like not conventions, but just like speaking, in public forums and such about like say like the police or someone would come to his house and they would say, "Mrs. Stewart, you must have upset him," or
Yeah.
"It takes two to tango,"
Yeah.
and that's those sort of
Yeah.
attitudes, just things weren't kind of as understood, or just there wasn't
Yeah.
as much empathy for that
No,
sort of
that's
thing.
right.
And
It wasn't recognized at all. Yeah.
yeah,
No, that's right. No, and how many of them, got back and couldn't handle it, ended up committing suicide? Probably. There's probably a
or
lot of
just
that.
drank themselves into an early
Yeah,
grave, and
yeah, to cope with to try and forget, because I don't know how you ever get. I mean, I see things on social media now that that are horrible that you can never get them out of your head, right? And stuff like that when you're right in it. I mean,
yeah, I mean, there's
tripping over bodies and
yeah.
oh,
And still say like as as they did a fantastic job on the show of say portraying how awful it was and such, and they had good material to work off of, but as good as they can get, for us, it's like we're sitting on our couches comfortable at home
Yeah.
watching something on a screen,
Yeah.
and in the backs of our minds we sort of know that it's effects and these are say like pyrotechnics.
Yeah, and it's not. It's yeah.
And it's like, we're sort of still there's degrees of separation between us and that versus actually being there.
Yeah.
Because I just like the visceral, like emotional sort of reaction that your body has to seeing like a friend of yours getting his head blown
Yeah.
off, or
Yeah.
seeing someone stabbed to death, or just
A
anything like
child
that. Like
dying in front of you and you can't do
living
anything
through it
about it.
and
Yeah.
seeing it on a screen are two very, very
Yeah.
different things.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just that generation went through so much for
Yeah.
us, and it's
Yeah.
just
No, it was an excellent series and real eye opener for sure.
yeah, very eye
Parts
opening.
with all of them. So we managed to finish that one.
We did, yeah. So
Okay.
now the saga we began with all the way back to Saving Private Ryan
Yes.
sort of ended,
Yeah.
because that was about the say landings on D-Day, and then
Yeah.
Band of Brothers kind of explored the rest of the war, and
Yeah.
then now we're sort of seeing the end of the war in general.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent work by Spielberg and
Yeah, Spielberg, Tom
Tom
Hanks, all of the
Hanks,
crew, and
everybody.
just
Yeah.
the actors in general. Just
Yeah.
they all gave such good
Oh
performances, and
man.
just
Yeah. Yeah.
seeing Eugene break down, and like the last
Mm-hmm.
episode, that woman in the shed, just the acting
Yeah.
that on display is just
Yeah.
awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
But no, guys, yeah, that was the Pacific. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining us. It's been a real pleasure, and it's something like this. I feel like you sort of have to see at least once in your life.
Oh, of course.
Just
Yeah. I don't know if I could ever watch it again.
no, but it's
But
like we've been
I'm absolutely glad that I did
saying
watched it
this whole
once.
time.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
important that we see
Yeah.
this stuff
That's right.
and understand it. So
Yeah.
whatnot. But no, thank you so much for joining us. If you want to watch the full length of our reaction, I'll put a link down below to our Patreon. Check out this and all the other episodes that are already there, and all the movies and shows that we do. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Make sure to click the bell icon, get notified for all of our future videos we post through the week. Yeah, so stay tuned for any sort of future content we're
Yep.
coming
Got
up with. I got
lots and lots.
lots of stuff that I haven't
Yeah.
seen, or Mom hasn't seen, or both of
Yeah.
us. So we hope you join us for the journey.
Yeah.
And yeah, until next time, we'll see you later.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.